that is a lot of damage to both the front end of the car on the right, and try and get a closer look at that, trying to spin you off. And this is the incident here. Boschong out wide onto the grass, spins around and just collects an innocent Deleda who didn't have anywhere else to go.
It's interesting, he just took a little bit of curb and that just sent him off into a spin, Ralph Boschong. So both drivers having a bit of a chat there with each other and understanding the circumstances.
JR's driving to the center line and over the center line, oh, and he turns around and gets into the wall. High-speed incident for JR Gray at the end of the racetrack. The car was pushing its way towards the center line. He was trying to stay with it, knowing he didn't have a good run under his belt as of yet. Got over the line, and then the rear end came around and it nosed into the right-hand wall. Ladies and gentlemen, JR Gray is out of the car and walked away under his own power.
Is the reason we have a Haas into the barriers. Valtteri Bottas has just gone quickest with a 1:17.0, but as you can see, Mick Schumacher against the barriers, and now a red flag as well.
Just to make it FP3, but yeah, still a learning year for me.
That's what happened to Mick Schumacher. We've seen others make mistakes up there, but as you rightly said, ooh.
And there's a car stopped on the right-hand side and somebody's gone off. Well, that's a stopped car, or that's the result of a car having an incident. No yellow flags. There is now, there's sector one, yes. I don't know whether Dries van Thor purely relocated, and in fact he's made a good old bite at it. And
that's a biggie, isn't it? From the other angle, whoa.
Spencer Pumpelly hard into the tire barrier at the end of row one, or excuse me, turn one, and so into that tire barrier, up on at the rear end. All right, at speed, let's take another look at it.
He's flying. Oh, my goodness.
Chandler Smith did his job.
Oh, and there's the big pileup. This is going to bring out the caution again. Oh boy, they're just piling in, unable to get stopped. It's turning into a demolition derby. Turning into? And everybody's leaning on somebody.
That's a shame to tear up that many trucks. It looks like the big one at Daytona Talladega.
Oh, eight had a massive crash.
Sam Mayer, one of the Wisconsin drivers, you see the front end of that car completely torn off.
It's been a huge impact. The right front is shortened way up.
Great job by everybody back here to miss. Let's ride on board with the 11 car. So he tried to get left for a better position into the corner, and there was a car there.
Marzio Moretti, ecco che ci prova all'interno del rettifilo che poi è all'esterno per la prima staccata. Si toccano le due vetture, bruttissimo l'incidente che coinvolge Simone Iaquinta e Gianmarco Levorato. Safety car in pista, detriti.
Sì, proprio impercettibile, un attimo, ma purtroppo lo ricordavamo anche ieri. È quello, quando le vetture sono affiancate e hanno la sfortuna di
sempre perché questo lo voglio ricordare. Eccoli qui i due ragazzi, naturalmente.
Sean's progress, though, has been an interesting few years to follow him, Julian, hasn't it, in the championship? We've seen him, you know, within juniors. Yep. We've seen him move up the category. Oh!
Was that a spin or a roll?
No, he's rolled. He's rolled.
I think that's a roll.
Let's go. This is Sean Johnson then.
I'm just confused by the engine noise.
Yeah, we can still hear engine noise in the background, but yeah, he has rolled.
8 right long.
Ken Arbe. Big one. Huge incident for the Team Virage car, and it's taken 1, 2, maybe 3 other cars with it. Talking about the Ligier European Series earlier on today, where one of the cars really got away with an incident coming out of Ascari. But this is what I'm more used to, I have to say. If a car loses it out of Ascari, there is a concrete wall on driver's left, and that looks like exactly what the Virage car has done. Now, there are 2 Team we're going to go to straight away. It wasn't the Virage car
to start with.
Going off.
Is that the 17?
I'm trying to work out. It might be the EDEX Sport car, but it ends up standing right in the middle of the track. And as a second part of this incident, the Virage car goes right and is then collected on the left-hand side of the circuit as it spits its way from one side of the track to the other. And those behind simply cannot react in time.
Hamilton's going to try again. This time on the inside. A continent touch. Verstappen is out of the race, and that's a big crash into Copse. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen coming together. Hamilton continues on. That's the sight I did want to see after a very nasty collision into the tyre barriers. Max Verstappen getting out of the car.
Yes, red flag.
They need to repair that tyre barrier. This is the accident. Oh, and it was the merest of touches, but it was enough. And look how the wheel has come loose from the rim. As well, the tyres come loose from the rim.
Fearful about one of the BMWs that might be off in the middle sector, so we'll just keep an eye. But number 35 BMW might well be stranded. I'm looking at our tracker map as Alessandro Pierguidi and Christopher Meese have also been busy squabbling.